Hello, Castle Hill scientists. I have something really fun to share with you today. But the first thing is no more cast. I got it off today and I'm very happy. Still, my thumb's a little sore, a little stiff. It's going to be a while, but it's nice not to lug around that cast anymore. Today we're going to be making a cloud in a bottle. Now, what are the 4 things that are needed to make a cloud? Anybody? Oh, Smitty? Very good answer. All right, first thing we need is water vapor. The second we need is a lower atmospheric pressure. The third thing we need is a cooler temperature. And the fourth is some kind of dust. And that's needed so that the water vapor has something to cling on to when it condenses. Now, in the real world, when we have warm air that's moist, say after a storm, water on the ground evaporates, turns into water vapor, rises up into the air is expanding, higher air pressure. Once it gets up to a certain level, when it starts to cool and the air pressure decreases, the energy starts to leave all those water molecules and then begin to condense just because they don't have as much energy anymore. And then when they finally slow down so much, they're going to grab onto a particle of dust. Now eventually you're going to get more and more of those little water vapor droplets joining together and then become so heavy and dense that they fall to the ground as precipitation. Now for this experiment or demonstration, I'm going to show you 4 different ways to make a cloud in a bottle, and I will bet that you will have materials at home in order to do so. And for each one, I'm going to use a different bottle. Maybe we'll see if there's something different about one of them. I have already prepared my bottles with a little bit of water. Okay, you're going to shake that around and get some water vapor going. And the first method I'm going to show you, I'm going to pour some of that extra stuff out, is we're going to use static guard. All right, this is used on fabric to prevent static. I'm going to squirt a little bit of it in. I'm going to quickly put the cap on. Oh, forgot to introduce Bones is still with us here. He wanted to wear the goggles today to feel extra scientific. I have my water vapor. I have my dust. I don't have a low air pressure yet, and I don't have a cooler temperature. And I'm not going to get the cooler temperature. But if I am able to increase the pressure, and then I'll release it so the air pressure decreases very quickly, we get our cloud. And it looks like the more I do it, the better the cloud I get. Now I want you to think about that a little bit, and I'll tell you the reason next time. Method number 2. We're going to use some hairspray. Go ahead and put a little bit of that in there. Put the cap on. Get it nice and tight. Hold it this way so you can see a little better. And we're going to squeeze, increase the air pressure, and release, decrease, increase, decrease. Now, the reason that the cloud gets a little better each time is that we're adding more and more energy each time. So the difference between the increased air pressure and the decreased air pressure becomes greater. Therefore, we get faster condensation and a lot of the more water vapor grabbing onto the dust. Okay, and the next way we're going to do this is with incense. And another one of my bottles, I'm going to pour a little bit of that out. And I blow out my incense. Look at that great smoke. That's all got little dust particles in there. And you can see the smoke is gathering at the top because it's a little less dense. Flip it around. Turn it off or close it. Looks a little cloudy, but we'll take care of that. Now this bottle squeezes more. I'm not getting as good a cloud, but we can still see it. Maybe I can squeeze in the middle. Okay, and the last method is with some matches. You'll definitely want a parent to help you out with this one, or an adult, maybe an older brother or sister who are allowed to do such things. Okay, so I got my flame. It's not giving off any smoke. This is a very clean burn, you would say. But when I blow it out and I stick the matches in, look at all that smoke. There's a lot of smoke there. And I'm going to drop my matches into the water. I'm going to cap it. Okay, here we go. Increase, decrease. Increase, decrease. Increase. Yeah, this one's not doing it as well either. But you can still see there is a difference when we increase the air pressure. There's an increase in temperature as well, and the water vapor disappears, and then it condenses. Disappears and condenses. Now, this is also a lot of fun, because when you open up the one with the smoke, and you gently squeeze the bottle, make smoke rings. You don't want to do it too hard. They don't work very well. And lots of fun with that. Okay, so we've come to the end, almost. But can anybody tell me why this was a demonstration and not an experiment? Did I follow the scientific method very well? No, I didn't. Because I had 4 different bottles, and I had 4 different types of dust. So it was just like I was showing you 4 different ways to do it with 4 different bottles. If we wanted to do an experiment, however, I'd take those variables away, have my bottle be the same, and test with each of the sources of dust. Measuring that would be a challenge, but you know, you could figure that out. Might be an idea for next year's science fair project. Now, speaking of bottles, you know, I like to go big or go home. Now, this is when the big dogs come to play. For this last one, you got it. We're going to use this big boy and see if we can get a cloud in the bottle. I got my water in there already. I'm going to go ahead and just use my hairspray. Ugh. A few shots of hairspray. Put back on. Now let's see if we can make this thing work. Okay, we are ready. Does anybody want to make a prediction on what's going to happen? You think we're going to get a cloud in this big boy? Let's see. I'd say that's cloud. Yeah, I'll buy it. Let's keep going. More energy. Not bad, huh? Okay, so now it's your turn. Go and have some fun with this. Experiment with bottles, different types of dust, and keep learning. Keep having fun at home, everybody. We miss you a lot. Both Mr. Bones and I do. All right, take care. Be safe. Bye-bye.